John here, and welcome to Cheat Meal Life, where we help people lose weight and keep it off while still enjoying food to the max. Now, I'm going to talk about how do we deal with hunger while we're losing weight. This is a very common thing that comes up, and a lot of people struggle with being hungry. I'm going to share with you some key ways that you can deal with hunger and still lose weight. Let's get into it. Now, the first and most important way to deal with hunger is to accept and embrace the fact that you are going to experience some hunger during the process of losing weight. Now, I know this is not what you want to hear, but it's the truth. And if you're going to be losing weight, you're going to experience some degree of hunger. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be drop dead starving 24/7. I'm so tired of people trying to convey the fact that you can lose weight and you don't have to diet, you don't have to exercise, and you don't even have to be hungry through the process. It's just gonna magically fall off and you're gonna do nothing. Well, get that garbage out of your mind. It doesn't work that way. There is going to be some work involved. Yes, you have to be in a calorie deficit. Exercise certainly is a benefit. And yes, you are going to experience a little bit of hunger. But here's the thing about the human psychology. When you accept the fact that there's going to be a little suffering involved, it makes it that much easier to deal with. So just accept it. Just deal with it. Embrace it. Realize that when your body is hungry, it is going through a process of losing weight, losing body fat. And if you think of it that way, it helps you deal with it. This is the part where you just have to toughen up a little bit. Realize that a little bit of hunger is going to be involved when you're in a caloric deficit. So accept it, embrace it, and then you're ready to move on. Now, the next way to deal with hunger when you're losing weight is really two things. It's sparkling water and black coffee. And let me tell you, over the years, these two things have worked magic for me. There is something about carbonated water that really just helps deal with hunger throughout the course of a day. For those people that drink diet sodas, get rid of that garbage. It's terrible for you. Replace the diet soda with sparkling water. You may not like it at first. You may be so used to the sweetness of sodas, but you will get used to it and quicker than you think. Now, black coffee also is amazing. Now, most people have a pretty good idea of how good coffee is at curbing your appetite. There's something about the caffeine from coffee that really just puts a stop on food cravings and just intense hunger. You gotta be careful with coffee though. Caffeine in general, it has its pros and cons. I mean, caffeine is fantastic as a pre-workout, gets you pumped up, you can lift harder, you can endure more pain in the gym, but it has its negative effects as well. And the biggest and number one negative side effect of too much caffeine is it will affect your sleep. Caffeine is going to mess with your deep REM sleep, which is the most important sleep when it comes to losing weight, repairing muscle, just helping your body fully recover to the max that it can. So be careful with coffee, be careful with too much caffeine. If it starts interfering with your sleep, you may want to tone it back a little bit. I only do 1 to maximum 2 cups of coffee per day. I try to not do it too late if I can, and I do notice that the black coffee really has a great effect at curbing my appetite throughout the day. Now, the next little trick to help you deal with hunger while you're dieting is to not snack throughout the day. Don't snack at all. It's terrible for you. Another thing that I am so ridiculously tired of is the food industry trying to convince people that eating more frequently throughout the day is better for you and is going to help you lose weight. The absolute opposite is true. The more frequent you eat, the worse it is for you. The less you eat, frequency-wise, the healthier and quicker you're going to lose weight. Now, there's really two reasons why you don't want to snack. Now, the first reason is when you snack, the more you eat, the more you're going to want to eat. Eating more often typically makes people more hungry, and oftentimes they can get ravenous by the end of the day, even though they've eaten 4 or 5 small little meals. So you want to stay away from doing that. The other major reason for not snacking and really not eating multiple meals throughout the day is that every time you consume calories, your body secretes insulin. Now, when your body secretes insulin, your body is in an anabolic state, which means you are not losing weight and you are not losing body fat. And the more frequently you do that, the harder it becomes from a hormonal level to lose body fat and lose weight. Always having your body release insulin, it makes your body become insulin resistant. And that's another very bad thing. You don't want to do that. So many people out here, because they've been trained to eat all throughout the day in as many meals as possible, they become very resistant to insulin. And this sets you up for diabetes in the future and all kinds of health problems. This is why intermittent fasting and even eating one meal a day is so great. It gives your body a rest from always secreting insulin. The smaller the eating window you can go with intermittent fasting, maybe even getting to one meal a day, is not only going to help curb your hunger, it's going to help you lose weight faster, and it's going to be much more healthy for you overall in the long run. Now, the next tip I'm going to share with you in helping you deal with hunger when you're losing weight is to get busy. So many people just sit around and don't do much, or they don't control their thoughts and they're always thinking about food. Let me tell you, the next time you feel hungry and you're just thinking about food, go do something. Go out and take a walk. Get busy with a work project. Get busy with a hobby. Do something. Get your mind off of food. The great thing about the conscious mind is it can only hold one thought at a time. So if you start thinking about food and about how hungry you are and oh my gosh, this painful process of losing weight, well, substitute that thought for something else. Get busy, get thinking about something else, and this will make a huge difference for you. Dealing with hunger, I'm going to be honest, can be a tricky thing. You got to pull out all the stops. You got to use your own psychology and tricks and whatever you can to help deal with it. Because if you don't, it's one of those little things that can grow until it becomes a huge, all-obsessing, burning desire to where you can't think or do anything else until you eat something. So get control of yourself. Follow these tips. It will help you deal with hunger while you're losing weight. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, you can lose weight and still eat great. We'll see you next time.